Welcome back to Snug Studio, episode 2. Get ready to craft with us? Well, we chat. I was going to say chat with us, but unfortunately people can't be chatting with us.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We may expand on our capabilities
Maybe in the
later.
future. Okay, this week our drink is a honeydew Mountain Dew, and I'm excited to see your reaction.
Yeah, I'm not a huge soda drinker. I dabble. I dabble in soda tasting, but I've never even heard of this flavor, so I'm intrigued.
It's a Maverick exclusive, which is unfortunate because there are no Mavericks in inhabited Arizona.
I was just about to say, what on earth is Maverick?
It's a gas station.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
there's
I've
one
seen
in Flag,
it.
actually.
Oh.
Yeah, you've probably seen it in Flag. There's one in Flag, there's one in Tucson, and there's one in Yuma. But there's not one, like, in the valley, anywhere where somebody might live.
So, where did you import this honeydew Mountain Dew from?
Well, Maverick is huge in Utah. And so every time I go to Utah, I was like, oh, I need one of those.
This is a Utah special.
It is a Utah special. Yeah.
All right,
as many beverages are.
Let's see. Whoa. Whoa.
Kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, that's different. It's more refreshing, I think, than normal. Like, I think I would really enjoy this in the summer.
Yeah.
By the beach?
I will say, I am a Mountain Dew lover, but I do understand that Mountain Dew can be kind of, like, radioactive. And I feel like this one's good.
Like, it looks radioactive. Regular Mountain Dew. This one has a nicer color. Like, that looks like a nice, refreshing green.
Right? It's kind of fun.
So, I would give it... I'm thinking... Honestly, I'm impressed. I'm thinking 9.0.
Fantastic.
9.0 out of 10.
She is a good rater.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that, actually.
Fantastic.
Great drink choice. Thanks for putting me on.
Of course, of course. Now that you can never have it because you don't live in Utah.
So...
Or Yuma.
Yeah. I did not even know that was an exclusive thing.
Yeah.
So I feel blessed.
Yeah, well. Ignorance is bliss.
I've been waiting the last couple of days to tell you a really funny story.
Yes. Okay, let's hear it.
It's funny / embarrassing. I actually feel... I was on the fence if I would say it to you in the pod or offline.
Okay.
It's at my own expense, so I feel like
Okay.
I just need to say it for the people's entertainment. So this Monday was President's Day,
Yes.
right? Release of our first episode too.
And that,
So
which feels more big. So
Oh, absolutely.
President's Day comes around every year.
That's the national holiday. Was the release of Snug Studio.
Yeah, exciting.
So in honor of President's Day and Snug Studio, I didn't go to work because
Yes.
it's a holiday.
Right.
I'm having the time of my life on Monday. I'm romping around, enjoying the nice weather.
Uh-huh.
On Tuesday morning at like 5:30 a.m., before I'm about to leave my house for work, I
Okay.
noticed that I got a Teams message from my boss on Monday afternoon.
No.
It said, "Are you working today?"
Shut up! Were you supposed to be in?
I was literally supposed to be at work.
Oh my gosh.
I'm an idiot.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I've never done that before. I'm a grown adult who works like a full-time job. That's like insane. No, that's insane behavior. So I'm actually so glad I didn't see the message until Tuesday morning because it would have completely ruined my day on Monday.
Oh yeah, you would have been mad stressing.
I would have shit my pants and been like, okay, I need to go home right now. I think I was out and about because we got hot pot with Matt's parents for
Because you had the day
Chinese
off.
New Year. Yeah, and I had the day off.
Yeah.
No, I literally no call, no showed to my full-time salaried position.
That is so stressful.
I freaked out.
Yeah.
I freaked out. And the funny thing is, my boss has my phone number.
Like your personal phone number?
Yeah, he has my cell phone number.
Uh-huh.
But he only messaged me on Teams, which I didn't see because I wasn't online on
you
Teams.
weren't working. That's so funny, dude.
No, I was freaking out.
Did you wake Matt up? Was he up?
No, I almost did. He was about to get up like 30 minutes after me, but at that point I'm like freaking out. So I'm like, okay, I need to get in the car. I was already ready for work.
Yeah.
But I was freaking out. I was like, I need to get to work, blah, blah.
Jeez,
Not
dude.
that would do anything. It was already the next day.
Yeah.
But I got into work a little bit early on Tuesday. And I was like, I was
so
there
unfortunate.
working. And I had messaged my boss back, and I was like, hey, I am so sorry. I thought this was a holiday. I thought we had it off.
Yeah.
Because
everyone else and their mother had it off.
and in my defense, I haven't worked there a full year. So I haven't worked there over President's Day yet. My
Fair.
role is like really independent, and I actually work with a lot of like third party people who aren't employed by our company but work with us under contract. Anyways, they all had it off, so they're like, they're who I work with the most, and they're telling me, have a great long weekend, happy President's Day. I'm like, hell yeah, happy President's Day to you too.
Fantastic.
By the way, I'm gonna drop my podcast.
Tune in on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you find your podcasts.
Yeah, and then I didn't show up to work.
That's so funny. What did your boss say? Was he okay?
Yeah, shout out to my boss. He's actually super chill. So I have found that the Gen Z, and I've told you this before, like the Gen Z millennial combo in the workplace is unmatched.
Yeah.
I love working for millennials.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 experienced. At least for me so far. I have yet to meet a not cool millennial in the workplace.
We love to hear it.
Yeah, so he's like pretty young, and he came in. And I was already there, right? I got there early, and I'm, like, stressed. I'm, like, waiting for him to come in.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't said anything to my message yet. And he just walks by, and he's like, unexcused absence, SMH. And I was like, and he just walks by my desk. That's all he says. And I stand up, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, no. Like, I'm so sorry. And he goes, haha, just giving you a hard time. And then goes in his office and closes the door.
Oh.
I was like,
well, happy President's Day to you.
I was like, I feel like I need to address this more. I feel like I need to apologize profusely.
That's so funny.
So we did end up having a meeting later that day. Not about that, but just we already had one. And I was like, I am so sorry.
Like, can I just say it one more time?
Let me just make it abundantly clear that's not my style. I am not a no call, no show type of girly.
Yeah.
I take, like... I'm literally shaking thinking about it. I'm so stressed out still.
Dude, I would have freaked. I don't think I've ever no-call, no-showed. Ever in my life.
Me either. Not even for like a minimum wage job, let alone a salaried position.
No.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
No, I'm so, like,
Well, I hope you
embarrassed.
enjoyed your Monday.
I had a great time on Monday. It was Tuesday. That was really, really bad because I was so stressed out.
Oh my
I was ready to
gosh.
cry driving to work. I was just like white knuckling the steering wheel.
And what
the
a
whole
long
time.
drive you had to just like think about it.
I had 50 minutes
Wallow.
to ruminate on the fact that I'm in a grown adult position and I don't know my own schedule.
Hey, I feel like there's got to be some slack given though because everyone else has President's Day off.
I guess.
Schools close, federal buildings close. Like you can't ship something at the post office, I don't think.
And I get like every other holiday off. They even give us Christmas Eve off as a holiday. So I just assumed that President's Day was...
I would have, yeah.
Anyways, I survived.
That's quite the story though.
Yeah,
I'm glad you have a chill boss.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad that he was like so chill enough that he could just make a joke out of it.
I'm glad I didn't get fired.
That would have been crazy. That would have been a crazy, like, first offense to be like, and you're done.
That's true. Like, I'm not one to ever do anything like that. Like, I always communicate. If I have any type of, like, dentist appointment, I'm always on time. Like, I don't miss those kinds of things. And I certainly am not the type to just not show up for work unannounced.
Yeah.
I could
She's like, I'm getting a hot pot. Do not call me.
I just see his message and, like...
Excuse me, I'm out with my boyfriend right now.
Oh my gosh. No, some people, like, really cannot be bothered.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not a lot of people, because I think it's hard to keep a job with that attitude. But I am the
Definitely
opposite
in the corporate
of that.
world, I think. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a crazy way to start my week. My short week that wasn't supposed to be a short week.
Yeah. Well, now it is.
Yep. Yep.
Closest I think I've ever been to no call, no showing, which I don't even think really counts, was the time that I was supposed to be, okay, let's paint the picture. I was working in a mall at a dress shop. I guess I won't name names. Whoops. Working in a mall at a dress shop in college. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but the manager really thought it was that big of a deal. She was like, this is my career path, this is your career path, this is the most important thing that's going on in our lives today. And apparently, you could get scheduled as an on-call, which I was like, we're not saving lives, dude. There's no such thing as on-call.
You're
But
making minimum wage.
Minimum
Why would you
wage!
be on call for retail?
Right?
That makes no sense.
And you couldn't, it wasn't easy to see. You had to like scroll all the way to the bottom of the schedule past like everyone who had been scheduled that week to find like, so I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was a thing. My family was in town that weekend for something. I don't even remember what. So I'm up in Salt Lake, meaning I'm like 45, 50 minutes away from where I work. And I get a call from my manager, didn't pick it up because I was like, why are you trying to talk to me? I'm literally not working today.
You're like, I'm busy.
So she leaves me a voicemail and she's like, hey, I'm calling in your like on-call shift. You need to be here in 10 minutes. And I was like, what? What does she mean? So I'm like, apparently I'm supposed to be on call. Then I'm freaking out. I'm texting her and I'm like, hey, queen, I didn't think that was a thing. Nobody told me that I could be on call to sell headbands and dresses. Like, what do you mean? And she was like, this is so irresponsible of you, whatever. And I was like, okay, well, even if you want me to still come, I'm an hour away and I don't really want to because it's not that deep. So I didn't go, and she was like, I'm going to have a formal write-up, whatever, and you're going to have to talk to, like, upper management. And I was like, okay, you do that.
Did you have to talk to upper management?
No.
Oh.
No.
So she was just insane.
She was just crazy. I'm, like, being really chill about it. I actually was kind of freaking out because I was like, was I on the schedule? And I just, like, skipped it, and I, like, pulled it back up, and I was like, dude, it's in, like, the tiniest print at the bottom of the page. How was I supposed to know? There's never in my life been a minimum wage job I've worked that I've had to be on call.
No.
For a mall shift. Like,
that's insane. I've never heard of that.
yeah. So I guess that kind of counts as a no call, no show.
Kind of.
But
I
not
don't know.
really.
You weren't scheduled.
I wasn't scheduled.
I, however, had a very much set schedule and
That's hilarious.
neglected to grace them with my presence.
And that's okay.
Is it though? Because I'm still pretty embarrassed just thinking about it, but
We all make mistakes.
it's an entertaining story to say the least.
It is. And you got hot pot, so.
I did, yeah. I got hot pot on Monday to celebrate Chinese New Year. Matt's mom gave me a red envelope, which
Oh, cute.
she does every year, and it's really, really sweet.
Yeah, that is cute.
And we went to this place in Tempe that had, it was all you can eat hot pot for around $21 a person. It was a really good deal.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, and the food was bomb. We had a great time.
Hot pot is expensive.
Yeah, usually it really is. And I've actually never had it at a restaurant before because Matt's mom makes it, and
Oh.
she's quite the chef.
Oh, I'm sure.
And hers is top tier, of course. It's better
Yeah.
than the restaurant, but the
Yeah.
restaurant came pretty close. They did a really good job.
That's good.
So,
I'll never understand why restaurants charge you more to cook the food yourself. Like steakhouses and like Korean barbecues and places like that where you cook the meat like in front of you on like a table, you know?
yeah.
Why do they charge you more for that?
I don't know. It is kind of fun for the experience. I think
is.
it only makes sense if you're doing all you can eat
Yeah.
to pay more for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And always go for the protein. Don't fill up on rice and noodles
Yeah.
and bread.
Yeah.
Okay, pro tip. You gotta
make
start
your
with all the
dollar
good
worth
stuff.
it.
Exactly. I walked out of there probably having a good 50 grams of protein in that meal.
Period.
I was grubbing. Speaking of Chinese New Year, it's the year of the fire horse.
The fire horse.
Yes, I was very intrigued, so I went and found an article
Fantastic.
and found some fun facts. And I feel like this is a good way to set the tone. I know we're already a month and a half into the year, but I think Chinese New Year
That's crazy.
I know. But Chinese New Year is very important to me now. So, you're the fire horse. Horse is a symbol of forward movement, independence, and endurance.
Okay.
So, it only comes every 60 years.
Really?
Yes, but all of them. So there's the 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac,
Okay.
and then there's 5 elements. So the
Oh, I didn't know
animals
about that.
rotate every year, and the elements only rotate every 2 years.
Oh, interesting.
So each element animal combination only happens every 6 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was shocked. Had no idea. That's why I was so into this article. I'll put a link to the article in our description for this because
Fantastic.
it's worth a good read. It's from National Geographic.
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah, they have some good stuff. So this is our sign this year to have forward movement, independence, and endurance.
I'm gonna pray more on the side of forward movement than endurance.
Okay.
Just for the fact of like endurance always sounds like to me like you have to endure something like hard and long. And I don't really want anything hard this year. I'm sure it'll come because there's hard things in every year, but I'm leaning into the forward movement aspect of that.
You can lean into whatever aspect suits you best. I think that's one of the most amazing things about the zodiac.
Fantastic. Me saying nothing hard this year. I registered for the MCAT yesterday, like officially.
Oh.
Signed up, paid for it.
Oh my gosh.
They stabbed me in the gut with a $400 check. Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever.
Those tests are so expensive.
So expensive. And because I waited to like register for so long, I have to go to New Mexico.
No way.
Yeah. It was like sold out in the state, sold out in California, sold out in Utah, Colorado, pretty much anywhere you could ever want to go.
Stop it.
So there
You
was
have
like
to go to
one random place in like Albuquerque, or I could go to like Wichita, Kansas, or like North Dakota or something. So I was really trying hard. I was like, Mom, maybe we like make a trip out of this and we go to like Florida or something. No, we're not doing that. We're going to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I've never been before. But it's a 6-hour drive from here, so me and my mom are gonna make a road trip out of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But it's official.
I'm excitive for you.
Thank
okay,
you.
what day did you say it is?
April 11th.
11th. That's so soon.
I know. I'm spooked.
Have you started studying?
Yeah.
You've been studying?
I've been
this whole time?
studying a little bit for sure. I really should have been studying more. But I've been studying. I studied for like 5 hours yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So,
Women in STEM.
women in STEM. I've also been kind of sick, which is probably why I sound like a man.
Yeah.
But the last couple days, I was like bedridden. So I was like, well, what better way to help my headache than to stare at a screen for 5 hours?
I came in
and I
here
studied.
full energy today and forgot to ask you how you were feeling.
I'm good. Honestly, I'm like mostly better now. I'm just like a little stuffy. It's like the residual, like I wish I could breathe out of both of my nostrils thing.
It was just a random cold.
Yeah,
Sinuses?
I think it was just a cold. Because I was like, I don't know, maybe a little feverish, but not really.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, mostly just headache. Although on Monday, I fell asleep for like 4 hours.
That sounds like a nice nap.
Yeah. Usually I wake up, like if I wake up, I only nap when I'm sick. Because if I take a nap while I'm like good and well, I wake up in the year 3000. I don't know where I am or what's going on. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Do you get cold sweats?
No.
I get cold sweats almost every time I nap.
Really?
And I wake up feeling just awful.
Yeah.
Feeling like I just went through hell.
Yeah, no, naps are not like usually an elective choice for me. But when I'm sick and I'm exhausted, and part of it is boredom too, because when I've been sitting in bed all day, there's only so many things I can do like horizontal.
Valid. Well,
So,
well, I'm glad you got your nap in, and I'm
my
glad
nap
you're
in.
feeling better.
we're on the up and up.
So kind of a big week for you. You were
I know.
sick, and you officially registered for the MCAT.
Registered for the MCAT.
2 big things.
Crazy. Yeah. It's gonna happen at this point. I was like freaking out. My mom was in my room while I was like registering, and I was like, Mom, am I actually gonna do this? She was like, You're joking. Are you? Yes. Click the button. I was like, okay.
You can do it. Oh, I'm so excited for you. You're gonna do great.
I'm kind of hoping that because it's the last day that you can take the MCAT and still get your scores back before applications open. And so I think that's why it was like mega sold out, because it's the last day, and so everybody's like procrastinating and doing it then, which same, but I'm kind of hoping that because everybody is procrastinating and taking it on that day, that maybe the curve will be a little bit better. Because it's all the people that are like, well, this is my last shot, you know?
Yeah, possibly. I never understand how the grading of those things work because when I had to take the PE,
Yeah.
the first time that I took it, I didn't pass, and they don't tell you too much about how it's graded. They basically what they did is they would tell me each category of questions, and then there was this bar scale
Oh.
that said basically there was the middle part, and then if you're on the right side of the bar it's green and you performed above average, and if it's on the left side it's red and you performed below average. But it was these weird obscure point system that they don't explain to you because they have to keep
That's
the
annoying.
test secure or something. I would imagine the MCAT and like the bar exam are all the same because they try to keep that stuff so locked down for kind of no reason. In my
Yeah.
opinion, the scoring should be a little more transparent. And then when I took it again and passed,
Yeah.
they don't tell you anything. They're like, you passed.
That's annoying.
Goodbye. You don't get to know your score. You don't even get a real score even if you fail, but you don't get to know any of your diagnostics.
That's super weird.
Yeah.
The MCAT is more like the ACT, I would say, in the sense that it like there's sections. So there's like chemistry, physics, biochem, bio, whatever.
Okay.
And so there's 4 sections, and you get a score per section. I think that I think each section is out of like 132 question mark, and then they all add up. So a perfect score on the MCAT is a 528, which is absurd. Like nobody gets a 528. Just kidding. A few people get a 528, but 528 is a perfect score. But you're kind of ranked against each other, and so you can look up a whole chart about like if you score a 512 on the MCAT, that means you were in like the 82nd percentile of test takers that day. Or if you scored a 492, then you were in like the 33rd percentile or something.
But it's based on everyone else who took it with you that day, so
Yeah.
the percentile for the same score might be different on different days.
Yes, yeah, it is because it's nationwide that day. So everybody who takes it on February 12th gets ranked against each other
Is everyone taking the same exact exam? Same questions?
per day.
Really?
Yeah, so they change the MCAT every time it gets taken.
But everyone taking it that day is taking the same exact test.
Yes. To my
Okay,
knowledge.
that's pretty different than...
I think the like order of questions might be different, question mark.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's the same one because I know that they do like at the end they go through and they can throw out questions and whatever, so based on like people's performance.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and what type of questions are there? I know it's about all those topics, but they're obviously not multiple choice, all of them, or people would probably do pretty well. Or are they multiple choice and they're just really obscure?
I think they're multiple choice. I think it's A through E, and I think I've heard. I've never taken the MCAT yet. So if somebody's watching this and they've taken the MCAT and they're like, this girl's a fool, she doesn't know what she's talking about, that's actually super possible. But from what I've heard of people who have taken the MCAT, I think it is multiple choice, but it sounds like it's what's most correct. That there's usually like one throwaway answer, and then because I feel like in college it was like there were 2 answers that were like obviously wrong, and then there were like the 2 that were like, well, it could be this one or it could be that one. Apparently the MCAT is more like they all could be correct because a few of them are actually correct. Like there are multiple answers that are correct, but you have to choose which one is most correct.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's annoying.
So that's how they get tricky.
Yeah.
Those standardized tests always have some type of trick component.
There's also
I'm not crazy about.
I took a diagnostic MCAT, so it was like a practice fake MCAT. But that one, it had a lot of like, it would chunk them up into like, read this ridiculously long, ridiculously boring science journal paper, and then answer a bunch of questions based on what you read. And then it would ask you to like theorize, like based on if all this information is true, then like this patient walks in with this and that and whatever, and yeah, like then you have to theorize based off of what you learned in the paper.
That's insane. That's so stressful. You're literally going to be a doctor, and people are going to come in and be sick with ailments and expect you to fix them.
And I'm going to be like,
that's going to be your job.
I actually don't know. Maybe let me talk to somebody real quick.
Let me go find a trusted adult.
It's literally, no, at that point I'll become the trusted adult, so.
One thing I have learned though, that I don't know if this is good or bad. For example, I'm an actual engineer.
You are.
Most of society would consider me a grown adult. Yet I did not know I didn't have President's Day off of work. And so what I do want to say is that no matter how qualified you are, I feel like we're all still people. Granted, a lot of people are smarter than I am and probably wouldn't make that same mistake. But I do feel like the older I get and the more I work with other people who are truly grown adults, the more I realize everyone really is just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's comforting or scary, because in some cases it's like, well, I would really like to think that like the doctors and lawyers and engineers in the world are performing their jobs perfectly.
Yeah.
But
I hate to break it to you. They're not.
But a lot of people are just figuring it out as they go.
Yeah.
There's so much you learn through just experience.
And I was going to say, I feel like in medicine specifically, I feel like that idea is really comforting for the other people in medicine and really not comforting for the people, like the patients.
Yeah.
Because as like a pre-med student, I get to shadow, like I can reach out to doctors and be like, hey, I'm a pre-med student. I would love to follow you at work and see like kind of what it's like to work in orthopedics, brain surgery, OBGYN, pediatrics, whatever it is. So I have shadowed a lot. And I have been in surgeries, in operating rooms, and I have heard an MD say out loud, oh, well, I've never seen that before. Like, I'm not, like, what is that? There was this one time that I was watching, it was an OBGYN surgery. I think it was a hysterectomy, but it was a laparoscopic hysterectomy, meaning they go in through, like, your stomach. They go in through 3 points through your stomach, put a camera in, and take it out that way.
That's what you had, not a hysterectomy, but it was a laparoscopy procedure,
where it's
right?
just the tiny little 3 incisions and one of them's a camera so that they can see what's going on. So
Okay.
I'm watching this surgery. They put the camera into the abdominal cavity, and the whole operating room goes, huh. And the MD says, well, I've never seen that before. And I was like, perfect. Not just me,
Incredible.
because I was like, there was a massive, what turned out to be like a huge tumor growing off of her cervix.
No.
That like wasn't on any scans or anything. And so the doctor was like massively unprepared for that. And she goes, well, I've never seen this before. And I was like, oh, awesome. Okay. I thought I had like missed an anatomy lesson or something. And the doctor was like, she literally told me, she's like, Maya, when you don't know what something is, you start with what you know and you figure it out as you go.
Oh.
And I was like, perfect. Okay. So then she starts doing like an anatomy lesson. She's like, what's this? And I was like, that's the uterus. And these are the fallopian tubes. And these are the ovaries. And she's like, okay, and what's this? I was like, I don't know. She goes, me either. Let's take it out. I was like, perfect. Okay.
And that's the real reason why they put people under anesthesia, so
And
that we can't
thank
freak
the
out.
stars. Yeah.
Imagine having part of your body cut open,
No.
and the person who's in charge of your care goes, huh. Never seen
Interesting.
that before.
Yeah, no thanks.
I would lose it.
No, thank you. That was like, yeah, I watched a brain surgery where they were removing part of a woman's brain, also crazy. And there were 3 surgeons in there, and they were debating like where to start and stop, like taking things out. Like they reached a certain part of the brain where one of the surgeons was like, I think we should take that out. And the other surgeon was like, absolutely not. Like, leave it there. She needs it. And the other surgeon was like, I think you should take it out, but it's probably like, it's up to you. And they sat there debating for like 20 minutes about whether they should take it out. And I was like,
Part of her brain?
her brain. And I was like, did we not figure this out like before we got inside where we are now? Nope. Nope.
Let me just disclaimer. I know nothing about the medical field, but I'm shocked. Is there not a standardized approach for how much of the brain can be removed and you can still be a functional human being?
You would be shocked at how much of your brain you need to be a functional human being. I was shocked.
Go back a couple hundred years. I'm shocked that you can remove any portion of your brain and be
literally.
a functional human being. I would think you need all of it.
I remember the classroom I was sitting in when I learned that you don't need all of your brain to be a functioning human being. Because we learned about this guy, PT something or other.
Who got the rebar through his
Phineas
head?
Gage. That's his name.
Yes.
Yes. He the railroad tie blew up and took out 40% or something insane.
Was that when we were in the same class? Was that in AP Bio?
It so might have been, yeah.
Because that always stuck with me.
Yeah. And that the biggest thing that he had was like personality changes or something.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember learning about that too and being like, wow, imagine a pole flies through your head.
Yeah.
And you're walking
chilling
around after a while.
Yeah. No, it's actually like a very effective treatment is to like remove parts of the brain every now and then for like epilepsy and stuff.
Wow.
So sometimes they're like, "Oh, it's not working, just take it out."
Well, shout out to everyone in the medical field. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
Modern medicine is astounding at times.
Thank goodness I live in this day and age, truly.
Yeah, because a common cold would have taken me out years ago.
My period would have taken me out years ago. I would have been like, I can't do this.
Yeah. So grateful for modern medicine.
Indeed.
Still room to improve, as always, as in all things.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we have come so far.
We really have.
Our life expectancy has like doubled since. Actually, I'm not gonna come up with a quote. I did see something. Our life expectancy has doubled as humans, but I don't know the timeline.
Well,
I'm not one to promote false facts.
I would be willing to bet that it was somewhere around the time that we started learning that you should wash your hands.
Probably.
Because like people didn't used to care about like bathing and stuff. And we've gone all the way from like not washing your hands and like they would cut people open in like very non-sterile environments to now like we have like vaccines and stuff.
Or let leeches suck your blood out because your blood was infected, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So instead of just dying from whatever infection you have, you actually get to bleed to death.
Oh my gosh.
Death by leeches.
Speaking of removing parts of your brain, I actually like learned this awful, horrible fact the other day that like deep in the times when they thought that a woman's period was like hysteria, you know, like they would be like, aha, she's hysterical. She's literally just bleeding out. Ignore her. They would treat hysteria with lobotomies.
Yep.
They would like forcibly remove these women's brains and it would make them like docile.
I know.
That's awful.
Because they took part of their brain and they were just kind of...
They were just chopping around in there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like appalling.
It's horrific.
I've looked into that and it's genuinely upsetting because I think if I was... Thank the heavens we weren't born in that time, but I think if I was, I mean, there are times, if I'm being so honest, that my cycle dictates my mood so much. Like, at times I don't even notice it all the way, and it, like, sneaks up on me, and I'm like, whoa, that was crazy.
Yep.
And so, it's also crazy to think that when they didn't know the answers, instead of digging a little deeper, they said, yep, she is crazy.
Yes!
Let's take out part of her brain.
Yes! Burn her at the stake.
Okay, if we had a large group of women struggling from the same thing, I feel like we could have done a little more and worked a little harder to come up with a better solution.
Like, it seems like this isn't really like an every now and then thing. It seems like this is most women everywhere struggle with something super similar.
But you know, if we had said that, lobotomized.
Yeah. They would have been like, ew, she's crazy.
It's so messed up. And that is why the feminine rage is real, because thinking about it does make me sick, and it does make me sick for those poor women. That's why
we're, like, in the year of our Lord 2026, and we're just now realizing that, like, you should test menstrual products with menstrual blood. Like, what
was it being tested with before?
Freaking colored water, dude.
Why even color the water? What does that do?
They were dyeing water and testing, like, tampons and pads with it to see if it would, like, if it would absorb things. And then they were like, this doesn't seem to work the same way when we give it to women who are actually on their period. And it wasn't until genuinely, like, 2023 or something, don't fact check me on that, but it was, like, recent, within our lifetimes, within our adulthoods, that they started, like, testing products with menstrual blood.
They didn't even want to pick a substance that's more similar in consistency to blood, like a more viscous fluid.
Or even like regular blood if you didn't want to go collect menstrual blood because you're being wussy about it or something. How about real blood?
There were so many better solutions than just dyeing water.
Yeah.
They're like, looks like blood, must be blood.
Red stuff, I guess it's the same.
Coming from the professional researchers who are supposed to have PhDs and be the most qualified in their field.
That's what I'm saying. And it took how many hundreds of years for these people to be like, actually, guys, we should think about what these products are being designed for.
There's a similar thing with vehicles. It wasn't until, I think, the 80s or 90s again, I would need to verify the time, but relatively recent, within our mom's lifetimes, that they started using crash dummies with average women characteristics like weight, height, whatever, in car crash studies.
I super believe that, because I know still to this day that the seatbelt is designed off of like an average height and weight of a man and not a woman, and so it like reacts different for a woman's body than for a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it has changed now, but at the time, vehicles were safer for men than women in the case that they got in a car accident.
And then people want to go and say that, like, there's no such thing as, like, the gender difference and the wage gap. And I'm like, you are ignorant as frick, dude.
Like, just look anywhere. And you, like... And I don't want to be pessimistic and only focus on the bad stuff in the world, but to say that is certainly not true. Like, if you look hard enough, you will find it, I promise.
It's quite apparent.
I digress. I'm very grateful to live in the time that we do live in.
100%.
And have freedom of speech. And have people and incredible women and scientists and doctors who are working hard every day to make it a better place for us.
Yep.
So...
When I get really, like, raged up about it, I am like, maybe I should just abandon MD and I should get a PhD and join research, because there's, like, such a gap for it.
There is. And another thing I've read, and again, I'm not in the field, so I don't know for sure, but I have read that one of the most difficult things isn't necessarily a lack of people wanting to research it at this point, it's a lack of funding.
Yeah.
Women's health is still an uphill battle to get funding for our that research.
Well, and there are still a lot of barriers to entry around, like, higher education for women.
Yeah.
That are just kind of hard to circumnavigate, in the sense of, like, a lot of people are like, well, what's going to happen when you want to drop out and be a mom or something like that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Throwback to when people literally said that to you because you wanted to be a neuroscience major.
Throwback to, like, 2 semesters ago when people were saying that to me.
You're like, I'm actually about to graduate.
Yeah, I'm actually about to be the owner of a bachelor's degree, so.
They're like, well, it's not too late to drop out and have kids.
Yeah, well, have you ever considered getting pregnant? Yeah, crazy.
Have you ever considered that I might not?
Also throwback to when that was, like, real life medical advice a doctor gave me. Went in for, like, endometriosis symptoms, because I was like, this is really, like, affecting my daily life, and it's kind of hard. And he just looked me in the eye and was like, have you ever considered getting pregnant? And I was like right now? Or, like, what do you mean? I don't feel like that solves the problem.
That sounds like a new, bigger problem.
Right?
That I would have to be responsible for quite literally the rest of my life.
He goes, well, you can't have endometriosis symptoms when there's a baby in your uterus. And I was like, sure. Okay, so let's just imagine for 9 months then that I go without my endometriosis symptoms. Fantastic, wonderful. Then I have a baby and the symptoms come back and I have a baby.
He's like, you want to go double jeopardy on this one?
Double and give it to the next person.
What if you took a break from your endometriosis just to come back to it, this time with a child?
I was like, you're a genius, sir. Why didn't I think of that?
What a hot take.
In a doctor's office. He said that to me in a doctor's office.
No, it's crazy. Like I was saying, just because someone is a qualified professional does not mean that they're truly a qualified professional.
Doesn't necessarily mean what you think it means.
It doesn't mean that they know what they're talking about. I should say it that way. No. And again, that's not just me judging everyone else. Case in point.
True.
Me on President's Day. I'm sorry, I keep bringing it up because it is haunting me. I have thought about it
funny.
No less than like 10 times a day for the last 2 days.
It's fantastic. And I'm laughing because your boss has probably thought of it 0 times since it happened.
But you know how I am. I'm just going to torture myself until I forget about it. And then one day, 10 years down the road, I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and go, is it President's Day?
You're going to be at some future job interview and they're going to be like, tell us about a stressful time in the work environment. And you're going to be like, I've carried this with me for the last 8 years.
No, I would never admit that to another professional.
No, literally.
I've told exactly you and Matt. That's it. And Simon. I told Simon. And now the internet. I took a couple days and I decided that the entertainment that it would provide was worth the embarrassment
We're
sharing
still on the up, so I don't know, maybe our 12 viewers that see this will.
Yeah, the stakes are really low. That was also weighed in my decision. I was like, well, Not that I don't have faith in our podcast.
No,
I
no.
love our podcast. I just...
This episode it'll be a little buried by the time we're bigger.
Exactly. So people would have to really hunt for it. And by
Yeah.
then it's not even hot
But then you'll
news
be able to
anymore.
laugh at it.
Exactly. Do you have any current event updates for me on the internet that I might have missed?
Current event updates.
Anything exciting that I've missed?
No, there's a lot of like drama going around with different influencers and like the
Oh.
Beckham family right now.
The soccer?
Yeah, like Victoria Beckham and her husband's name. It's so funny to me that I know the wife's name and not the literal famous like international soccer player.
No,
Beckham.
I know his
David
name.
Beckham?
That sounds right.
I know for a fact they have a Romeo Beckham, and I only know that because
That's kind
his
of
name's Romeo.
Yeah, what a name. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know where I land on it. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Romeo.
I don't hate it, but I also like, would I name my son Romeo? No.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what's his nickname? Romy?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ro?
But yeah, I know there's a lot of drama going on with them right now. Not enough to actually comment on
Really?
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like internal family drama that they're having that
Oh.
everybody on the internet has like taken a stance with because that's
Oh.
what people on the internet do. And I know there's a lot of drama with like a couple different influencers getting involved with minors.
Oh.
So yikes.
Okay. This is not very...
Not like good fun updates.
Yeah.
Not like the Grammys, no.
It's like everyone's, like,
Everyone's
misbehaving.
yeah, everyone's being icky a little bit.
Yuck.
So
Okay.
I guess no, not really.
Well, that's okay. I was just curious, wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything huge.
Gotta check in.
One current thing is Bridgerton. Because we watched the first half, which came out only a couple weeks ago, and then we have less than 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's a week from today,
Yeah, it is.
if I dare say so.
You do dare, because that's
Oh
true.
my gosh, official countdown. But we're gonna have to wait until Friday to watch it together, so you need to stay off your phone
I
and make sure you
know.
don't see any spoilers.
I'm gonna honestly the only like Bridgerton content that I've seen has been the ones that you've been sending me. So I think I'm in the clear, but I will turn my phone off at 4 p.m.
My feed is biased
Yeah.
towards Bridgerton. And I've been reading the book.
Oh yeah.
But I have kind of a disappointing update.
No.
I'm only halfway through the book.
I'm actually shocked. I
So-
thought you were gonna finish it this weekend.
I did too, and I ended up having a kind of busy weekend, despite the fact that I had an extra day off.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
No, I thought I was gonna finish it this weekend, but I didn't get a chance. So I'm halfway through it, and Book Benedict, the book version,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Really?
He's like pissing me off. If I'm
Really?
being honest. His character, and maybe I'm interpreting it differently because it's written as opposed to how they do it in the show on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
But he comes across as very pushy, very arrogant. You know how in the show he kind of borders, and I won't say
Yeah.
any spoilers, but you know how he borders like arrogant and just kind of playful, mischievous?
It kind of just seems like he's a rich boy and he's used to being a rich boy.
Yeah, but he has like a good heart, and
Yeah.
he's maybe not necessarily entitled, but just like spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the book, I'm interpreting him as too much on the arrogant, entitled side, and
Really?
I cannot root for an arrogant man. I've told you this always.
Yeah.
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
No,
Because it's
so
not
I'm getting
cute.
mad. No, it's not cute. It's
Yeah.
actually genuinely
That's
making
actually
me
so
mad.
sad. I really liked him in the show.
So I'm on the fence if I'm gonna even finish the book before the rest of the season comes out, because I actually kind of don't want to know any hints about the rest of the plot line.
Yeah.
I want this untarnished version
Yeah.
of him in my head to be the version in the Netflix show.
I think that's honestly probably a good idea if you
Yeah.
don't like him.
I think so too, and then there's always the option to finish the book after
That's
we
true.
watch it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm actually so excited.
Me too. We're gonna have to do a little watch party and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I have loved this season.
It's been good. It's actually the only season I've seen, but I like it.
Did it make you motivated to want to watch any of the others?
Yes. I will say I do want to go back and watch the others. I just haven't yet.
Okay. So you did truly like it enough.
I did. It was
to
good.
Watch more.
Yeah. No big fan. We
Okay.
even got
Perfect.
Matt in on it for the last like 20 minutes.
Every time he watches that show, he's He's so shocked. He's like, what are you watching? He's like, is this what you guys are watching? Or sometimes I'll read a little bit to him from like A Court of Thorns and Roses or whatever I'm reading. And he's like, what are all you ladies reading out there? I'm like, okay. It's
That's
no worse than
funny.
what they put in guys' video games.
Truly.
No, he's just teasing me. He knows I love my books and my shows.
Yeah.
I want to live in a fantasy world where everything's perfect and British and colorful
And you get to wear fun dresses and drink tea.
and pretend that there's no issues in this fictional fantasy world.
Exactly.
That's why we watch it.
Where the biggest problem is like who's getting married to who.
Exactly.
Us going on a rampage about women's rights and then we're like, I just want the neighborhood gossip.
No, but I think the reason Bridgerton is so good is because you get to have all those fancy girly things, and then it's in this fake world that kind of omits the fact that in that time period, or it doesn't omit it, but it touches on it in a way that's more fun or like easy to digest.
Yeah.
Because realistically, I do not romanticize that time period in real life. We had no rights, and things were gross, and people probably had bad teeth, and...
Well, and we talked about that even while we were watching the show, that we were like, dude, it's crazy that was literally how it was. That, like, these women didn't talk about things, and they didn't know about things because they were women.
Exactly, and you weren't encouraged. Education was gatekept too heavily
That's true.
by
They
class.
were, like, shocked that she could read.
Yes, they're like, you're just a maid. How do you know how to read? And she's like, well, actually, I'm a special maid. I'm an elegant, elevated maid, better than all the other maids. And that was the part that I didn't like as much either, because I was like, they're trying to do the whole across, economic class thing. But at the end of the day, she's kind of... I get what they were going for. They're like, she's half in, half out. Kind of a weird place to be.
Yeah.
But...
Ooh, I'm excited for it, though.
Yeah. It'll be good. I have high hopes for the show. I like the show.
Sad, though, about the book.
I'll have to try the other books and see if it lands differently. There's definitely some differences.
Because you said there's 8, right? Is there one for every kid? One for every Bridgerton? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so I have 4 of the books, but I skipped right to the 4th one to read it.
She's like, let's get to the good part, guys.
Yeah. But,
does that mean there's going to be 8 seasons of Bridgerton?
Supposedly.
Okay.
I don't know whose season they're doing next.
Are they out of order? Out of, like, age
They're
order?
different than the books, yes, because Benedict's season Benedict is the 4th season of the show, and it was actually the 3rd book.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So that's where some of the plot stuff is different too. Like reading the book, I'm like, okay, but didn't we know that already? And the answer is no, we didn't know that already.
Fantastic. Well, I guess they're taking creative liberties, as most shows do, so.
Yeah. And then another crazy update I forgot to tell you. This is more of just a fun update. We were talking about how I learned to crochet because of my mom.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know how she crochets those really intricate mosaic blankets?
Yeah.
She is part of this Facebook page of crocheters with like 30,000 members. It's one of those big Facebook groups.
Yeah.
She posted a picture of one of the blankets she made, and it got featured on the cover page of that Facebook group.
That's exciting for her.
Yeah, it actually came out so good. I'll have to show you a picture.
That's exciting.
It was just like such an intricate blanket, and she worked on it for months. And then she texted us. She's like, "Look, mine got selected out of like thousands of people to be in this cover." It was so wholesome.
That is cute.
The blanket looks so good.
Your mom puts in the work for her blankets. Like, your mom will commit months and months and hours to one project.
I truly don't know how she has the endurance. There it is.
Yeah, that's true. You're the worst.
She's gonna thrive this Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pick up projects and I accumulate them without ever finishing them.
Yep, same.
I have so many unfinished ones.
Speaking of projects, I don't think we ever told the people that we're still working on our crochet granny square blanket this episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
So now that we're like 49 minutes deep, we are still working on the blanket, obviously. I mean, we only did a few squares last time. But we're honestly, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares deep, and I'm working on one, and Kenna's working on one. So we're getting there.
And 2 of those 11 are the ones I made. Because I crochet at a fraction of the speed. It's because I get so excited and animated while I talk and I get distracted.
Well, and you had to tell us about President's Day.
I had to.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I can't wait for our blanket. We probably only have 1, maybe 2 more episodes of working on this before it'll be complete, and then we'll get to pick a new craft to try together.
How many do you think we need? Squares.
Honestly, I don't know. We may have to lay it out after this
Yeah, I think
and
that's a
get
good
an
plan.
idea of the dimensions. Or we could measure the squares and
we could math it.
we can math it. We are women in STEM.
That's true. I think that visually, though, we should probably just, like, lay at least a few of them, like, end to end, just to see, like, how long they would be.
Yeah, and make sure we're vibing with the colors and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, well, we better vibe with the colors.
You know what I want to bring back that I used to say all the time in high school?
What?
Vibe check.
You did say that all the time in high school. That actually unlocked a deep memory for me. That's so true.
I was the queen of doing a vibe check.
Yeah, that's actually so true.
I love nothing more than a genuine, wholehearted vibe check.
And I feel like anytime anyone would ever tell you about, like, a guy they were seeing or, like, a girl they met, you would say, did she pass the vibe check?
Because that's really important, and
It
it's
is.
still relevant to this day. I don't know why we really stopped talking about it,
It
but
is.
I think I'm going to bring it back because I'm really good, I think, sometimes at doing the vibe check.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're feeling antisocial, you don't have a lot to say, but you just want to check on your friends, like, vibe check. How you doing?
Hey,
Good?
I like it.
Bad? You don't have to say too much?
Yeah.
You can say however much you want.
Okay, the version that me and my friends in Utah would say, this is like a little education moment. So we these friends mostly, kind of me, not really, speak Cambodian.
Oh.
And in Cambodian, the greeting that they say, like, when we say, like, hello or what's up or whatever, they say sok sabai, which, like, sok means health and sabai means happy. So they're asking, like, are you happy and healthy? And they'll
Aw.
literally respond that way. And they'll be like, I'm sok but not sabai. Like, I'm healthy but I'm not happy. Or I'm happy but I'm not healthy. Like, they'll literally respond that way. And so me and my friends in Utah that speak that language will every now and then text in the group chat and we're like, okay, everybody, sok sabai, check in.
Aw, that's so wholesome.
Yeah.
And so it's like normal for people to actually reply
Yeah.
honestly. It's
Yes.
not like here where you say,
We're
oh,
like,
how are you? Good.
Your dad just died and you're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a genuine.
Yeah. They'll
my
actually like
gosh.
respond. People all the time would be like, I'm healthy, but I'm not happy. And we were like, so sorry. What can we do for you?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually like so cool.
I know. I liked it a lot.
I wish that we were a little bit more honest sometimes with each other when we do our how are you greetings.
Yes, I agree. Although maybe not to the point of Mr. Olympian who... Okay, that's actually a current events update, I suppose.
There's more updates?
Yeah, so I saw that she finally responded. She responded a little bit and she was like, haha, kind of crazy to have this out on the internet. I just don't really know what I'm supposed to say or how to feel. And then she came back with like merch. She made like
What?
literal t-shirts that say like, I was always gold and now he has bronze.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's like turning
She's
it into
monetizing
a business move. Yeah.
Oh man.
Which, like, I don't know how I feel about it because, like, get your bag, I guess, but also, this poor guy.
It's like, oh.
But also, he cheated, so I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know how bad to feel for him.
Like, I understand I don't know the full story, but I don't know if that's the route I would go.
Not the route I would have gone, probably, but
Dang.
yeah. I came across that on
Ruthless.
Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh. She really went for the throat.
Did you buy a t-shirt?
No, I didn't, but maybe I should. Maybe I should go back.
That could be a fun craft we could do at some point. We could make a t-shirt, whether we embroider it or tie-dye it or something. We could go thrift something with a
Yeah.
kind of an image on it and enhance it with embroidery. That'd
be cool.
Fun. It's because people do that kind of mixed medium thing with paintings.
That's true.
And I always think it looks
I
really
did that
cool.
with that painting that you can't see, but I can see. Yeah, I added like sand and seashells and stuff
yes.
to that.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
I really want to do like beaded embroidery. Have you seen those cutie little summer tank tops that people will make with like a beaded embroidered like shell or something?
Yes.
Those are cute. We should do those.
We could make that right in time, right before we go on your birthday trip.
Yes, that would be so
Your
fun.
beachy birthday trip. We
My
could do
beachy
matching
birthday trip.
embroidery tank tops.
Yes, That would be cute.
We could do the same little icon, but in different colors.
Big fan.
You could have like a green shell, and I could do a blue shell.
Big fan.
Or...
I'm so excited about that trip, actually. We're gonna have to, like, vlog.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
I've never... Well, I've been to Florida once, but I would love to go back and try to snorkel.
Yeah.
I've only been snorkeling once in my life. It was...
Really?
At Catalina Island, actually, when I was young. I was, like, 13.
Okay.
My Aunt Ruth took me to see my cousin out there, and I got to snorkel, and it was, like, so much fun. One of the highlights of... I remember being nervous to do it because I'm not accustomed to the ocean, but...
Yeah.
So, anyways.
I'm very excited.
Me too. We're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
should
it's
we
time
wrap up with a Monday manifestation?
I think we should.
Did you have one, or should I do my Chinese New Year one?
You're so prepared. I say you go for it.
I was really into the Chinese New Year article. I'll seriously put a link to the article. It's worth a read.
Do it.
So our Monday motivation is kind of a quote from Professor Jonathan Lee at San Francisco State University.
Cite your sources.
He is who they interviewed for the article, and he teaches Asian studies there at the university.
Okay.
So basically, year of the fire horse, I think our Monday motivation is to push forward with personal goals, embrace change, and endure the process for ultimate reward.
Okay, I like that version of endure.
Yeah.
Endure the process, because I feel like I'm always one to, like, rush to the next stage of being like, okay, I accomplished this goal, what's next? And that it took me a long time, and I'm honestly really still working on it, to just, like, enjoy where I'm at.
Exactly. Exactly. And commit to your long-term goals and enjoy the journey along the way.
It's the climb, as Hannah Montana used to say.
Another Monday motivation.
Another Monday motivation.
It's all about the climb.
Fantastic.
Well, thanks for watching or listening.
Or both.
We'll be sure to post our visual updates on Instagram and TikTok and everything.
All the things.
All right. Thanks, everyone.